Hey guys, what is up? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day because I'm as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the token that we believe will go to $100. Now, some of you are losing motivation, you are feeling weak, and most importantly, you are soft. Soft, ladies and gentlemen. So it is important for me to keep you updated, to keep your esteem up, because BONE, what you are holding, which I hope you're holding, that's why you're watching this video, is going to go parabolic. And mark my words on this, because so much is going on right now in the markets. We've got ETH slowly starting to pick up the pace. We have Bitcoin waiting to break those 100K and then drop in dominance when all that money is going to go into the altcoin season. So there's no time for you to be soft, for you to cry. It's time to actually get ready. I know a lot of you have got your BONE bags ready. You don't want to buy anymore. That's fine. But those that are taking opportunities of these cheap prices, well, guys, do it as quickly as you can, because as you've seen it, the past month has been exciting, right? I mean, when you pull out the charts here, in 1 month, a BONE saw 70% growth. 70% growth. Like if you were to put in 10 grand at the bottom, you would have made 17,000, right? 7 grand on top of it. So the point here is that this thing can move. And I know some of you are freaking out. You're sad because BONE hasn't reached $100 like you expected it to happen overnight. But that's not how things work, right? We got a lot of projects that need to be happening. We got the altcoin season, and then we can talk about the big numbers. But as of now, what is going on? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to hop on to Lucy's Twitter, look a bit at Shaitoshi's Twitter as well, and see what they're talking about. And I'll show you what is in their minds, because sometimes the FUD can get into your heads. You can start really doubting and freaking out and so on. And I don't want you guys to be in that position. I think you should be getting ready for the big moments. So here we have Lucy, right? So part of the marketing team. So what has she been saying? Because I have noticed actually she's been mentioning BONE quite a bit. So we've got a beautiful picture of these, Shibas or chipmunks. But, you know, it's pretty cool that we have BONE in the middle, right? The one that is supposed to actually be the golden child in the altcoin season. So here we have it, right? Talking about airdrops. Let's have a look at what else there is. The world's population hit 8.2 billion people in 2024. As of now, estimated 560 to 617 people globally own cryptocurrency, right? So that's great information for the altcoin season. It's implying that lots of money is going to go into the Shib ecosystem, obviously. Then you've got Shiba Inu lead shares new cryptic post hinting at imminent launch of Treat. So maybe by the time this video comes out, we will have Treat out, and then I can actually talk about Treat. I don't want to talk about it before it has come out. So very, very important. Then we've got, so basically you hold good tokens, and then boom, free tokens land in your wallet. So lots, referring to a lot of airdrops, a lot of rewards, and all of you understand that you need BONE for that, right? If you want to participate, which is great, because at the end of the day, this thing is going to really feel the power, the demand, and it is going to explode. So all of you BONE holders that are doubting BONE, wait till the things start working. When the things start pumping, you got the Shib army here being tagged, right? As we go down, lots and lots of different things coming out, partnerships, games, all sorts of programs. Nice to see it. Means that it is very, very active. We've got, Treat, the anticipation, massive. So when Treat does come out, wow, it's going to go wild, right? Of course, BONE has been doing very well in some people's eyes. I know some people have been around when BONE was $2 and you miss those days. Look, I miss those days as well, but I also have to admire the growth that we are seeing, and we are seeing our new support lines, which is very, very nice, because in the future, right, when you reach your new support lines, whenever it has like a growth, like say for example, it did 50% in growth, then it'll go closer to $1. And then again, when it's at $1, then if it has 20% growth, it goes 20 cents. Well, I'll explain it all in another video, but it's much better to be at a higher possible price, because when the percentages hit in, they really do make the difference in terms of growth of the money, the currency itself, the dollar, the cent. But yeah, I'll explain in another video. Here, you got Shaitoshi Kusama saying we are Shib and we are aligned. Time for military operation. Okay. So now that we're friends, can I post my favorite GIF? And so on, right? So lots of transactions, Shibarium news, which is important. Lots of wallets, blocks, transactions coming in, volume, great stuff to see. They wouldn't be putting up if there was nothing going on. So this thing is slowly starting to build up as well. Then you've got the Shibarium Cancun hard fork, okay, which is an important upgrade that brings several changes and improvements into Shibarium network. So I'm glad to see this, that they're constantly working on the layer 2 solution, making it better, attracting more investors. As you know, Kusama's been traveling around, attending conferences. So of course he's going to be shilling Shibarium and what it brings, like the low gas fees, quick speeds, and so on. Okay, now as we go down and down and down, we are going to go further away. And, you know, what I like about this is that just constantly there's something to talk about. And Shibarium is really being put out there. Lucy's grown a lot on social media, so she can start reaching more and more potential investors. Lots of info for them to read. And then if you go on, like, for example, Shaitoshi's Kusama Twitter, also, great stuff, you know, 1 million followers, which is a massive reach. Whenever he puts something out, it gets a ton of views, obviously, okay? And I imagine that when Treat comes out, when everybody's going to need a bone for that, he is going to be pushing that narrative out as much as possible, encouraging everybody to get involved. And what I can tell you, or those potential future projects, if you are watching this video, if any project comes onto Shibarium, they are going to get a lot of exposure. They are going to get a lot of talk. And there are a lot of influencers that will be giving them pretty much free promos. They will be talking about their projects just because they're on Shibarium. So that is the big difference between, you know, them, Shibarium, because it's new, because it's got all the eyes on all the new people coming in, the new projects. Then, you know, if somebody tried to build on ETH, on Solana, you know, they went on other blockchains, it's too saturated, right? You're not going to get any exposure. You're there by yourself. But here, guys, you know, for example, Roaring Kitty, everybody's talking about Roaring Kitty. Like, this is going to get a lot of exposure. You have, like, guys like Random Arts who talk about Bone all the time. And now Roaring Kitty, once it's on Shibarium, it's just going to go wild. Absolutely wild. So, and people are telling me to jump on the train and actually start talking about it. So my point here is that there is a lot going behind the scenes. But some of you just decide to look at the price and already make your conclusions. Yeah, I mean, if you open up the old chart, it looks not that nice. But still, I mean, slowly I'm starting to see a breakout, which is nice. And Ethereum's growing. We're getting into the altcoin season. People are really starting to pick this up. It's growing in volume. I mean, look at this, 24 hours, 20 million in a volume. That's insane. That's a lot of money. So if I was you, I would really be making decisions right now as to whether you want to be part of this journey, because this thing is going to go to the moon and it's finally going to see its long-awaited breakout. So for those of you that are predicting, you know, $1 or $2, I think that's very little, very little. This thing can go so much further. People are talking as much as $100. I mean, even if we go to $50, I'm happy, right? 40, $30. But the point is that the upscale, the upceiling is large. It's very deep. So now people are really starting to realize this thing can move. Just looking by the monthly chart, it already has done some insane progress. So yeah, guys, let me know how much bone you're holding. Let's talk. Let's discuss. Hopefully all these little updates from Lucy, Shaitoshi Kusama, as to you know, what is going on with Shibarium treat. I mean, there's nothing to talk about, like, when it comes to too much detail, but the fact that it's being mentioned, it's in the works, and we could see it out any moment is amazing, right? So thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.
Pay attention, crypto gossipators. Things are about to get interesting. Remember, not financial advice.